Anybody can on the show. You see each of you. Nobody will handle you. Nobody will ask you.
Yeah, after your chairman, that you should forget what this. And one
somebody call on a platform and put generator, everything you put gas in the machine, everything.
Yeah, thank you for hosting me.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm advocating for the people.
Jesus
Only guest Canada or use a phone. Down using my phone. Or I will use a phone with guest. But I'm using my phone.
All African will report to our headquarters and be correcting their name, and you get follow instruction. The defense minister, who is the political head of the army, you ask the question why? You got to know why? Because of the difference between the defense minister and the CRC. That one led to the staying out of Mr. Daniel Johnson. And you know that I know the reason led to that. Second to that, if you follow the program relentlessly, the chief of staff and the deputy chief of staff embarrassed
your teacher in there.
The Liberian people in general.
The teacher can people long.
Without the official regalia. If you follow the
program, the teacher know how to drive, and you have your own drive. To put your thing on it. Yeah? You got to be everything in the one.
That they were lacking their official regalia. What kind of difference is this? Where have you ever seen that all the last 20 years, all of the stewards of the United States, have you seen to embarrass the Liberian government vis-a-vis the Liberian people in general? You could see the chief of staff of the Republic of Ghana.
Mais some probably not let us spell. They probably you are going to spell and call you.
Likewise, the chief of staff of the
you know what?
You could see the chief of staff of the in a were not better on their head because they were told by their foreign counterparts the destiny ran into their offices and had to keep them away. What are you buying those down? Elected Georgia as president of the government, I said now develop into a sky. I said now equate Liberia to the day of Democracy of Israel. Because we are now in a caste society. That everything we do has become undiplomatic. Anything we do is outside of the protocol. You see the chief of protocol of the executive mansion wearing fatigue. I'm uniform with a chest wide open. Okay, what kind of country we in? Is it that I bring people? The 14 counties have voted for Georgia. Is that a swear? A curse? How did we get to the level? On our 12 years, we did not do 100%. What did that people elected us? But we did close to 85%, and our marks are all over. Our nation has developed to a respectable nation in the sub-region of Africa, even on the continent of Africa, in the community of the nations of the world. When you talk about Liberia in the last 12 years, people want to see Liberia. People want to interact with Liberia. You could fight to the tropics. It is on our stewardship that the Peace Corps came to Liberia in a new millennium. Today, there's no Peace Corps. On our stewardship, because of the type of governance structure we find ourselves in, because of the president we have, because of the leadership we have in the country, you could feel philanthropists, humanitarian flagging into the country. Unlike today.
And that's how you people squander most of the operations.
I don't doubt. I'm not in no way that we did 100%. No, it's not true. And I'm not going to sit anywhere to tell the people that United Valley performed 100%. I'm going to lie to the people and to my.
That's why I tell my people every day. You can go protest 100 times. Show me how the protest is going to transform your life. Especially so we have a situation right now. You come up with a protest. Look, I have said any revolution without a direction is not a revolution for you to participate in. You come up with a revolution and say, George, we have to step down. Few days on because you are pressured. Then you say, no, it's just a peaceful protest. That's not a revolution with direction. It's a confused revolution. But that you have already placed life of the people that you want to assemble in danger because you created for the government to act. When we did the Bring Back Our Money campaign, and we were at the University of Liberia when we did a meeting, and I said to my comrades, I'm going to issue a state of emergency. Martin Foley and the rest of a lot of people say it was a harsh position. And I said to them that EFL will issue a state of emergency. I was never afraid. And those who know me know that I'm never afraid when I want to do something. And we went and issued a state of emergency. We went to a meeting with the justice minister. He said, who gave the authority? I said, because there's no president. I don't care about how you feel. Once we agree that this is the agenda of the revolution, we must execute it. When you come out, you say, we have stepped down. Few days on, you come by and say it's a peaceful protest. You are check. You just rally the people because the people are not educated, so you're using that gullibility or you're using that ignorance to be able to rise to power. It's a protest without direction. So young people should not support it. A protest will have direction. When we did the Ellen Step Bank campaign, those of you who know us here, when we did the Ellen Step Bank campaign, we did not change the nomenclature of the Ellen Step Bank campaign. We have all the United Party put all their sophistication, including he put all their sophistication and condemned the protest. He here many times stood here and condemned it. All the ministers in government condemned the protest.
Of this property should be arrested immediately. The contractor, all those working here must be arrested immediately. Look at this. Look at this. And you destroy the road. Without the consent of the road. You destroy the road, the public road. In which country can this be allowed? In which country can this be allowed? In your own country, can anybody do this? It's madness. It's madness. The owner of this property is not bigger than this country. The owner of this property is not bigger than this country. Even the president of the republic, with all the executive powers in his hands, can't do this and won't do this. What kind of indiscipline is this? And we sit in this country and allow this nonsense to go on with impudence. You enter into the road corridor, creating inconveniences to all those who use this stretch of the road. You have destroyed the road, and you think you have the power to do that? You should be arrested and prosecuted. Is national security here? This man must be picked. Please pick him. Pick him and arrest him. Put him in the car. This nonsense will not be allowed in our country.
Today is Friday, the 10th day of March. The year remains 2023. What a blessing way to welcome you to the weekend edition of the program, Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Good afternoon. My name is Theopilus. My colleague Anthony is here. John Lee will bring you this edition of the program. And so from just wherever you are monitoring us, whatever you're doing, this lovely Friday, we'd love to say welcome to ABC Radio 105.1, the official voice of Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. We're beaming live and direct from the corner of Brown Buchanan Streets, downtown Monrovia. Good afternoon to all of the taxi drivers. Take it easy as you head to your various destinations this afternoon. Those of you leaving work, just take it easy. And keep glued to ABC Radio 105.1 as we bring you Hard Talk. Good Good afternoon to you, Anthony. How are you today? It's a pleasure. Good to have you on. It's the weekend.
Of course, it's a weekend, a wonderful weekend, very celebrated weekend, as a matter of fact. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon, leading us to the evening hours to talk about major issues happening in our country and other parts of the world.
Great. All of you who are glued to the FN band, keep us on your dial. Don't touch it. We'll also encourage you to download the Radio King app via Play Store or perhaps your Apple Store. And you can also listen to us online. Those of you following us on Facebook as well, on ABC Radio Official, 105.1 Official, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
105.1 official.
Yes. Continue to like and follow our page, and you'll get instant notification as we bring you latest developments in this country. So good afternoon.
And you can also, those of you following us online, you can leave your comment on the live feed, and we are going to read them out along the way as we move on the program this afternoon. And so lots of things to talk about, but just before then, let's bring you our wise voice for today. This is always be looking forward. You can never plan by the past. Always be looking forward. You can never plan by the past. And so, Theo, that's it.
Always be looking forward. You can never plan by the past. What does that mean?
And so, sometimes people will say, don't look at where you fell, but look at where you stumbled your toes.
Okay.
But let's move on. Today on the show, we have lots of things to talk about. Opposition political parties had a press conference on yesterday rejecting the preliminary results from the just ended census. We will talk about that briefly, and then we will also talk to Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. Councillor Gonglo is the political leader of the Liberia's People Party, right? LPP. And so we will talk to Councillor Gonglo. Councillor Gonglo today had a conversation with some media practitioners, and he was responding directly to a statement he attributed to the National Election Commission, saying that the NEC is saying that there is no sufficient money for the conduct of the 2023 general and presidential election.
So what does that mean, Anthony? That means we'll not go to elections this year?
Well,
elections will not be held?
Councillor Gonglo is alleging that NEC has said that. And so NEC had a press conference this morning. And so we will talk to Councillor Gonglo, and we'll also establish contact with the Public Relations Office of the National Election Commission. We will talk to Mr. Henry Flomo. And so we also anticipate talking to the women chair of the opposition Unity Party. They were at the residence of Councillor Gloria Musu's Scout, and they made some statement. They talk about series of things relating to the ongoing investigation. The Unity Party also, in her statement, are alleging that government is playing game to turn the entire investigation against Councillor Scout. And so we will also ask Madam Selina Mape, who's the chair of the women wing of Unity Party. We'll also ask her, why are they making such statement? We tried to contact the Secretary General of Unity Party, but I'm told he's at a program, so he can't talk to us.
Okay.
But we asked him to talk to Madam Selina Paulson Mape. So in at 5 o'clock, we hope to have an aspirant. I'm told he's an aspirant of District 7. His name is Richie, Blamo, Assam Monty, West Point, and I'm me, Kia. We're going to talk to him on the show. You know,
Yeah, Richard will come on the second lap of the show.
He's a very fascinating guy.
We'll talk a bit of politics.
Yeah. And so if you're joining us, you're listening to the Hard Talk. It's on ABC Radio 105.1. My name is Anthony Theo Williams. We're here until 6 o'clock. But just before we continue, today is the birth anniversary of two of our colleagues here.
Yeah.
Fatu Teteye, and I added a crew name to her name, Tanya Rogers. And Omar Salif. They both celebrate their birthday.
Yeah, Omar Salif. By the way, I haven't seen Omar since I came.
He was here. Omar? He was here. I'm sure he went to check out other things.
Okay.
It is also the birthday of my younger brother. He used to correspond for ABC Radio when he was in Grange.
Okay, yeah,
you too, David Cohn. Today is also his birthday.
Yeah.
And
too many birthdays today.
I'm told Jalawa Tompo, Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs. I thought of speaking with him, but I slipped my mind. I want us to have him on the show too. We're going to send him text message. If he consent, we'll call him along the way after talking to Councillor Gonglo and others. We'll call him too to hear from him. Today is a birthday. I'm told today is also H. Mose Carter's birthday.
Yeah, the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police.
Yes,
too many birthdays today.
Particularly in the media.
March. Yeah.
Yes, particularly in the media too. And so those are the liners for today. We are making efforts now to talk to Councillor Tiawan Gonglo.
Yes, it's a jam-packed presentation, folks, wherever you are.
Yep.
Whatever you're doing, we encourage you to keep glued to your radio and listen to ABC Radio 105.1 once you are looking for the best in terms of accurate balance and credible news and information. Quality broadcasting, as a matter of fact.
Right.
So as soon as we get Councillor Gonglo on the line, we'll be talking to him very briefly.
Yeah.
Until you had a press conference today, we'll talk a bit about that and the issues with the National Election Commission.
So Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is the political leader of the Liberia People Party. He's on the line. Good afternoon, Councillor Gonglo. Well, I don't know what is this. Move this way. Good afternoon, Councillor.
Good afternoon.
You're live on the Hard Talk on ABC Radio. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm told you are on your way to Nima County.
That is true.
Okay. So, Council, today you had a conversation with some media practitioners. I'm told you were responding to a statement from the National Election Commission that there is no sufficient money to hold the 2023 general and presidential election. Can you comment further on that?
That statement is a dangerous statement. It undermines the peace and stability of this country. It sends fear around, that even not just to the electorates, but even investors. Because everyone knows that the war that we are still trying to recover from was based on Liberians' lack of trust in the 1985 election. So to hold a free and fair election in Nigeria is something that should be a number one priority for any serious government. I was alarmed, by that statement. I was really shocked, and angry when I heard that. Okay. I think they actually, this government was money from wherever.
Okay.
They can find it to conduct this election. It should be a number one priority for this government. Even if President John has to sell it for the 7-story building, all the buildings he has put around the country, and he has the ministers, let them find that money. I'm not joking. Let them find that money and conduct this election.
Council,
there can be no excuse.
Council, what are you sensing from this statement?
This statement shows that the government in power intend to rig the elections. They intend to rig the election. They are not serious about the election. Everything is gone beyond scheduled time. Whatever experience should have happened a long time, they are bringing a new system called biometric system that my party rejected. But they are not even educated the public about what they call biometric system. And we saw that in Nigeria recently, even the biometric system have problem in Nigeria. Why are they doing what they are doing?
But also, why are you rejecting?
The same thing that the Liberian people were concerned about. that there will come a time that Liberian interest will be compromised. Where's the $16 billion? Where the $25 million will be up for all of this money that was meant for doing something like this was stolen by the people in power, clearly. Yeah, they couldn't account for it. And now we reach a crucial point and they are undermining the peace and stability of this country. The only thing that will maintain the peace and stability of this country is free, fair, and transparent election. You should not joke with it.
Councillor Gonglo, why are you rejecting the biometric registration?
Even as educated as I am, I don't know about the biometric registration. It is a new system. They should have even at least tested it during the 2020 election.
It would have still been strange.
Yeah, it would have been strange, but at least it would have we would have noticed or sent the problem about it prior to our major election. We're talking about presidential elections, general presidential election. Yeah, never been tested in this country. I'm not even sure whether the former election commission themselves are comfortable with the system, But more than that, now, even our system, they are talking about election commission, they're talking about the money that not being paid consistent with the contract. Nothing about the election should be behind schedule. The integrity of the electoral process is what makes the results accepted by all electors. We want the end of this electoral process for peace to be strengthened. I really can't believe that the Elections Commission or the government will behave the way they behave. That the information that came from the Elections Commission yesterday is not the kind of information that the Liberian people expect to hear. I'm not even talking about the politicians.
Councillor Gonglo, we're talking about Liberia election, and the National Election Commission is saying there's no much money for the conduct of the election. Are you not seeing the condition of Liberia? Is it that you are to some extent insinuating that there is money and the National Election Commission has something to hide?
Not the National Elections Commission. There is money, but the government is refusing to give it to the Elections Commission.
Why would the government want to refuse to provide funds to have the elections conducted?
I didn't get you.
I'm asking, why do you think government will refuse to provide the needed funds to run these elections?
It's simple. The government strongly believes that people in the government who ignorantly believe that if elections are not conducted, they will remain in power. They will not remain in power, period. But they think that they can benefit from this delay. I knew that going towards election, the stealing will be so much because this government knows that it cannot win power. So everybody is taking their last eating right now. We are in a dangerous period, and they will have to resist the temptation to steal so much, at least for the peace and stability of our country, so that we can hold free and fair election. Everybody is taking their last eating. You know this government cannot win. This party cannot win.
Councillor Gonglo, you are alleging that the government is anticipating rigging the election.
The facts speak for itself. That people are living flamboyant lives and their salaries cannot support. When sun is shining, you can't tell me prove that sun is shining, or when it's raining, you can't say that it is raining. Prove that it is raining. It is self-evident. It's open. It's notoriously known that people are stealing from the president down. When the president got money from the bill for the 7-story building and to build a mansion and a whole, palace on 9th Street, and the one that his wife, that he's building for his wife on the Robert Street, on the Marshall Highway. Everywhere the man is building, he has built more private buildings than all of the president of Liberia from Junior Roberts to Eddie Johnson combined. It's annoying. It's terrible. Then when it comes to election, you say you don't have money to hold election, you have to find that money.
Should the president use his personal resources to fund
He does
election?
not have personal resources. He stole our money to build a 47-story building.
Somebody could
To
say,
build all the private
somebody could
buildings all
say,
over.
you're
Why
not
did he do
honest
it for
on
the
that,
12
Councillor
years that he
Ganglo.
was sitting down? He cannot prove that that money is his private money.
Somebody could argue that you're
You
not
know
being
better than
honest
that.
on that with the president.
Don't even go to that. You know better than that. We can't argue about that.
So council, you are alleging that the president has told Liberian people money to build his private homes. You also asking the president to find money. You questioning him, where did he get money to build 47, allegedly build 47 duplexes or what you want to call it. When this president again take his own money to sponsor the election, would you think that as a conflict of interest?
The habit that he has, all of the estates that he owns. It is clear. So, you can sell all those properties that belong to the government and put the money back. And what is $16 billion and the 25 million of mortgage operation, that's where all the money went. It's clear.
Again, you say
for all this money.
Okay.
The stealing is just too much. I want to say government is a place to sell, not to steal. The stealing has made the situation to choke them that they don't have money. They are saying they don't have money.
Okay.
But I believe that the government has money.
You don't believe. You believe that government has money. You are also
the government has money.
You are also accusing the government.
Let them put that money to conduct our election.
You are also accusing the government of wanting to rig the election. Why wouldn't the government want to conduct the election now?
The government knew 5 years, nearly 5 years ago that in this year, the election will be held. That is a regular thing. It's not by chance. It's not a by-election. Yeah?
Okay.
So this is something regular, and the government should have been preparing for it up to now. So the excuse of no money is unacceptable.
So you think the delay is intended to have the election rigged?
This is already rigging process. They are already rigging the election. Election is not rigged on election day. The Google census, the delay in the voter registration. I even understand they are moving voting stations from one place to another. That is also wrong. They can increase the polling station, but it can't be confusing. They're like moving station from here to there. These are all processes of rigging. I'm an election expert. I've observed election in many countries. I was in South Africa in 1994. We were the one that monitored the election in South Africa. One of those people that were part of that historic effort. I monitored election in Ghana, all over the place. The election is not rigging election. These people are rigging the elections already. And by rigging election, they are fundamentally increasing the stability of this country. So the Liberian people want them out. Georgia government has put Liberia in a virtual ICU, intensive care unit. We want to get out of there. on schedule. He will not be president. The vice president will not be president. The president pro tem, all the speakers, deputy speaker, none of them will be in office. They will devolve to the minister, the senior minister, the foreign minister, is not there. And then they will conduct the election in a short time consistent with the Constitution for us to have a legitimate government. So,
Council, just before we let you...
Legally, they will not be there. So if they want to delay and create a constitutional crisis that is benefit for, I think they are on the wrong side in there.
Just before we let you go, Council, I'd like you to talk on the prevailing situation. Former Chief Justice Councillor Gloria Mususka was attacked recently, resulting to the death of one of her daughters. This is being investigated. Council, what do you think?
I was the first politician to appear at our house along with executives of the Liberian People's Party.
Okay.
It is so terrible. And the government has, again, negligence of duty that is unexplainable. These people are bad. The woman complained 2 times that her husband are being attacked. And the police, there should have been armed police stationed at her house, and even inside the fence, outside the fence and inside the fence, to give her maximum protection. As a former Chief Justice, Minister of Justice, former Chairman Elections Commission, former Constitutional Review Commission Chair, former Senator. Even if they didn't have regular security and sound, when she raised the alarm that she was in jeopardy, the government should have given her maximum security. The government neglected to do so. And there's no way for the government to explain that complete negligence of duty. So, because the first obligation of any government is to protect the lives of its citizens.
Okay.
Yeah. So the government failed to do that. And now, that raises another issue. Why you are on it? This government said covers of arms that were brought in this country illegally. What has happened with the investigation? It is scary that the result is not new. As a lawyer, I know that there's something called chain of custody. When they produce one arm in a factory, that arm has a serial number, and when it moves from the factory to the next place of distribution, it is tracked. And it can be tracked to the last owner. It is all done. It is possible. This is something that can be done in hours. How can the government are taking months to let the people know what happened with that investigation? Because they want to keep creating crisis.
Councillor Gonglo, the investigation is ongoing currently as we speak.
Which ongoing?
The police is currently investigating.
Let me tell you, I don't want to.
I'm coming, Councillor Gonglo. Let me ask you this question.
Council, just give her a minute. Council, just give her a minute.
Ministry of Justice, man. I'm not a novice talking. Okay. I don't have any patience for that.
So, where do you think this whole thing will end? Where do you think it's going to end in the final analysis?
This government is just proving itself irrelevant to the Liberian. Every time they do it, that's why some politicians say Georgia has to be a one-term candidate. I don't speak like that because to the ordinary people it sounds envious, it sounds hateful. I just like to talk about what I intend to do. In terms of transforming the lives of Liberian people 1 minute after Georgia is voted out of office.
You, as a lawyer, don't trust the justice system of our country?
What?
You, as a lawyer, don't trust the justice system of our country?
What do you mean, as a lawyer? No, look, no system is perfect, but our own is worse.
Okay.
The former Chief Justice, the late Chief Justice John Lewis said so. The former Chief Justice said so. The president of the Judges Association said, several judicial actors have said that our system is corrupt. There's no question about it. Even the police director cannot say the police is not corrupt. Everybody says that we are trying to improve it, but so I'm not as somebody who are acting in the system, I know I was one of those trying to improve it. For example, do you know since 1847, I was the first Solicitor General to actually make sure that only law school graduates are put in the counties as county attorneys. Can you imagine that? From 1847, there were non-high school graduates who were county attorneys, and you expect to say that that system is not corrupt or is efficient? No, efficiency has to be based on the law, the knowledge of the law, and ethics. We didn't have people like that. And right now, once the president is corrupt, a lot of people want to refer to be corrupt. And there's no
Councillor Gonglo,
is a very corrupt president.
Councillor Gonglo, you often visit Nima County, though it is your county of origin. But let's know from you this time around, what is the essence of your trip? Someone could say perhaps you pre-campaigning.
One of my supporters called David Cole, who is from Yonyale, built a beautiful house in Yonyale.
Okay.
And he is one of my supporters in Minnesota. He defends me in different chapters. He invited me while he was in the state. I know, Councilor, please, sacrifice for me. I would really love to see you at the opening of my house in Yonyale.
Okay.
That is in Zoga area.
Okay.
And I promise you. But yeah, look at the sacrifice I'm making. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday. It is also our wedding anniversary. But based on my promise to him, I am going there. And I beg my wife and say, Ma, you know, I've become a public figure now. And when I give my word, I like to follow it. Just as I made the sacrifice on December 24th to leave you and go to Grand Bazaar and spend the Christmas in Almonds Grove and Little Buchanan, and then the New Year in Compound 2, and I didn't spend any of those time with you. Please, with this process, we have to give our best to it. Allow me to go. She said, honey, you can go. I mean, I support you fully in everything. So that's why I'm going.
Okay.
Okay, Councillor, thank you ever so much.
You're so welcome.
We'll find some time to bring you on this radio. We'll talk more legal matters.
You know, as an advocate now, as a politician, I do not draw back to say anything.
Yes, we find it time to bring you in the studio.
Yeah, we'll talk more election matters as well as some legal matters as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is the...
As an advocate, as a human rights lawyer, as a politician.
Okay.
We'll still always be the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is the political leader of LPP.
Yeah, Liberia People's Party.
He's been in conversation, talking more critical national issues here on the show. Well, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Let's try to go to the lines, but today is the birthday also of the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information. We thought earlier of talking to him, but his position is to speak for the deputy spokesperson of the government. You know, we're going to call him. We are going to call him. Maybe he might, maybe someone will say you should have given him prior notice. We're going to call him. We expect the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs to always be in the position.
Yeah, the minister is a journalist, so
yes, to talk.
It's
to,
a one-time
to talk
practicing
to
journalist.
Yeah,
so.
national issues.
Yes.
So we're going to call him. We wish him happy birthday also, and then we move to serious conversation. Let's move on to the line. Let's see whether we can talk to Minister Jalawa Tompo.
That is if the minister is not currently celebrating his birthday.
Minister has to be doing the public work anyway.
No, it's the man's birthday, and it's I think after working hours. So
yes, but let's wish him happy birthday anyway. I'm told Minister Jalawa Tompo celebrates his birthday on today. The Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information. Minister, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Who's it?
Minister, you are live on ABC Radio. This is Anthony, Jiffan, and Theo Williams. Minister, you are on the radio. You are a journalist, a deputy minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information. And I know there is no time. You will not even want to talk to us, especially on your birthday. Happy birthday again.
Thank you so kindly. And the unfortunate thing is I'm doing a checkup.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So
yeah, thank you so kindly. I appreciate it.
All right, Minister. Okay.
I highly appreciate it. I'm doing a checkup.
Okay. So we'll bring you on the show. We are giving you open invitation of bringing on the show next week.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, Minister.
Jalawan Topo.
Yes.
He's doing a checkup on his birthday.
Yes. So
anyway,
so we
these things happen at times.
Of course. So can we announce the telephone lines, Theo, and see whether we can?
I think we could just try the.
Let's go to let's see whether we can talk to the women wing chair of the Unity Party, Madam Selina Paulson Mappy. I talked to. Let's see whether we can get her on. Let's see whether we can get her on WhatsApp. You're listening to ABC Radio. The program is Hard Talk. Of course, I earlier spoke with Madam Selina Paulson Mappy. I would have called her on the radio the last time. Yesterday, they visited Councillor Gloria Musu's court. And so Madam Selina Mappy is now on the line. Let's talk to her. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon, Madam Mappy. You live on ABC Radio.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for picking our call as well. Well, yesterday you were at the residence of Councillor Scout in a way you identified with her yesterday, but you touched on too many things. I want you to tell us your aim of the visit.
Well, like every one of us know, the stories that are so contradicting as it relates to the death or the attack on Councillor Scott's home that resulted to the loss of the life of little Chalo. So that's the story, but all of us as women, who Councillor Scott has worked with, she's worked with, and continue to work with, we are concerned. And so it's every Liberian, wanting to know the actual story.
And so you say in your statement.
We cannot stand in the way of justice.
Okay.
We cannot stand in the way of justice. We in no way oppose justice.
Okay.
But that this whole case is taking, it's only prudent that we have independent body that will do the investigation, because this investigation in our mind is compromised.
Okay. Hello?
The line is so to do the direct call.
Okay. All right. Well, Madam Selina Paulson Mappy, I think she says she's calling us back, but let's see whether we can call her back. Let's see whether we can get her back on the line. This is very important. I was there when she said we are going to ensure that we stand by you in everything to ensure that we get to the bottom of this. And so she's saying they're not going to stand in the way of justice. But again, another question could be, what are they sensing? Is it that maybe they are sensing some level of
Yeah, she was just about going there.
Yes.
So let's give her the time to return the call.
Okay.
And then we can.
So Madam Mappy is back on the line. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying to you, we cannot stand in the way of justice.
Okay.
We cannot obstruct justice. But all we are saying, we support Madam Scott as one of the eminent and permanent women of Liberia. We support her. We stand in solidarity with Madam Scott. We are calling for an independent body to conduct the investigation. Because in our mind, this investigation is being compromised.
What do you mean when you say it is being compromised?
Okay, we heard the CDC chairman come out and up and say, oh, the demand and autopsy. So you speak before any decision concerning this investigation, before the investigation goes anywhere. And then we come back and see that exactly what the CDC chairman demanded is what you're doing. We see somebody who is an accused, who is alleged was involved, say, I will pay additional 5,000 as a ransom.
Who was accused?
Jefferson Kochi is not hidden secret.
Was Jefferson Kochi accused, or one of the officers of the Monrovia City Police was accused? I wanted to distinguish that.
Okay, one of his officers was accused.
Okay.
And then he comes back, and everything that went on is like he's with this man, and this man is assigned with Jefferson Kochi, and this man does X, Y, and Z. Is being alleged by Council of Radio. So then we come back, they invite Jefferson Kochi and the security, the city police officer, and we hear them saying, okay, I'll pay 5,000 ransom as an addition to bring forth.
Hello?
It's the investigation.
Okay.
So it's only prudent that, you cannot be the referee and the player at the same time. Then you have contradicting statements.
So before you continue, who is the referee at the same time the player?
Director, and you know that you are a journalist. It's not secret to you.
No, but I want to know.
One person says, oh, yes, it was reported that there was previous attack. One person said, no, it was not reported. How do we do that? How our security working? Our security should be in the hands of these people. So if they would be coming now, they just make us to believe that they're trying to hypnotize the public to believe all of the stories that are coming up on the social media.
So I don't know. You are having problem with mobile. Hello.
Maybe you could just take 1 or 2 steps from your current location. Your line is not that better. Just take 1 or 2 steps from where you are.
I'm driving. I can take steps.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what I was asking, you are having problem with CDC Chairman Mobile Molu requesting for an autopsy, and it is being done, or it is about to be done. Here is it.
You are a journalist. Has the Justice Minister not put it for it?
No, but he is
Justice not order it?
He is a Liberian.
To the point that.
Hello.
National chair of the Women Congress of the Unity Party. If I'm making statements, the voters own policy, so I should know how I make statements. When he says he's not sitting there as an ordinary Moluba Molu, he says that as the chairman of the ruling establishment.
But what's Bible calling for an autopsy to authenticate what actually happened?
Well, that's what we're saying. Nothing wrong with it, but what we're saying, now you started to point accusing finger at the victim and making the victim now to turn out, to appear as if to say the victim is the one that is alleged.
No, but asking for autopsy, does it in any way accuse the victim?
Okay, so but that's how you don't preempt such investigation. That's borders on murder. You don't preempt such investigation. No.
Has anyone accused?
He said that, and we come back to see that the Ministry of Justice has ordered it. So if he had not spoken prior to the Ministry of Justice ordering it, we will not be thinking that it's been compromised. We will not be saying it's compromised.
So there are many calls. There are calls.
As women of the both parties, we stand to say that the we are demanding.
There are calls for
body to do this investigation, so every side can be free. So we don't have questions when the investigation is concluded. If someone is brought forth or someone is being booked, we have no question. But until then, we still have doubt.
Okay, let me ask you.
We actually can't trust our judicial system right now.
There are calls for Mr. Vreda. There are calls for Mr. Vreda to produce his evidence against whoever he accused. Up to present, he's yet to produce those evidence. What do you think is also responsible for that?
The government cannot bring Mr. Vreda to you say a government. Then you say up to now he has not. The power that you have to say you gave him 72 hours, why didn't you exercise the power? I'm not discussing Mr. Vreda. I'm just saying that to have people coming on the social media, to have people in the print and electronic media to preempt what the investigation should be, then we don't trust it. We don't trust the investigation. We don't trust those that are investigating this case. So we are demanding for an independent body that will come and do a forensic investigation, and let's see who did what.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's leave you. We hope that we can have the opposition women in our studio Sundays.
Yeah, but I said to you, it's just that, perhaps the time could not really permit me to appear. But we can appear. We're not afraid of anything. We are free. We're not under any punish. We are free people.
Okay.
We are free people. Okay. We're free to express. I mean, that's why our expressions are that we don't trust the investigation.
All right, thank you.
We don't, and we won't.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, Madam Selina Paulson Mappy is the chairperson of the Unity Party Women Wing. Been in conversation with us on their recent visit. Well,
it's 3 minutes past 5. Let's take a musical brief out. Can you can find a birthday song?
Yes, of course.
Find a birthday song.
But what we are trying, maybe the public.
We'll take calls later on.
But mind you now, our guest is already here. So immediately after that break, we'll be going to
okay, let's take a few calls.
So let's take few calls. If you dare joining us from wherever, you can cut us on 0777 105 100 0555 105 100, and then you'll be live here on the program. We talked to Councillor Gonglo, and we also talked to Madam Selina Paulson Mappy. She's the Women Wing chair of the former ruling Unity Party. All of them are having problem with the investigation surrounding the attack and death of Councillor Gloria Musu's scout daughter. Well, Councillor Gonglo is also saying it is worrisome that the National Elections Commission will say there is no money to conduct election. He's alleging that government want to rig the election.
And he also said it's a recipe for chaos. Or it could be a recipe for chaos.
Right. And so call us on 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. We'll take maybe 1-2 calls. Then we take a musical break. We'll come back. Our guest will be right here in the studio. And so I don't know whether we can have whether we'll have calls from you there. Yes, we expect you to call, but then if you can call, we have to go. We will go for break. We'll go for a break. We'll go for a break, and as soon as we come back, okay, we want to, in a special way, wish our colleagues happy birthday. And so So okay. You're listening to the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Let's take this musical break to be right back. This is a happy birthday song. It is for Fatu Teteye Tanyano Rogers and Omar Saliv. Of course, all of you celebrating on today, H. Mose Kato, Minister Jalawa Tompu. This is for every one of you. What is this? We find some time. Well, let's see. But don't mind. Sometimes we have to find all the difficulties, but we get there. We are getting there. Okay. Okay. So
today is your birthday. It's the day when you were born. Celebrate another joyous day with your friends and family. It comes once a year. Say your prayers and be thankful to the Lord for this precious day in your life. And celebrate with the song I sing for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. We wish you success.
Congratulations once again to Omar Saliv and Fatu Rogers.
We wish
both of ABC Radio 105.1
happy birthday
News Department.
to you.
Congratulations, wish for you God's blessings. Wish for you all the best as you celebrate today.
Oh, are you? Oh, are you?
This is the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1, 9 minutes past 5 o'clock. We'll take our guest very shortly and bring you the second and final lap of the show on today. The guest is none other but Richard Kier, the man who wants to be the next lawmaker of District 7, Montserrat County. He wants to unseat a Cuban Solomon George. Never mind. He wants to unseat Solomon George, the Incuban lawmaker of District 7. And so Richard Kier will join us very shortly as we talk politics, district politics, coupled with other national issues on the show today. So good afternoon from wherever you are, whatever you're doing. This is ABC Radio 105.1. This is the Hard Talk. My name is Theo Williams. My colleague is Anthony Jiffan. John Louis are bringing you this weekend presentation.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. We wish you long life. We wish you long life. We wish you long life, dear. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you, dear. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you.
A beautiful song here by Tom O'Reilly, and of course, a song we did exclusively for Fatu Rogers and Omar Salif, both of our staff here at ABC Radio 105.1, the official voice of Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. Congratulations once again, guys. Wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday on today. Wish for you God's blessings as well. Long life, peace, and prosperity. Well, the man who is the talk of the time is Richard Kier, the man who wants to unseat Honorable Solomon Claudia George in District 7, Monserrato County. He's already seated in our studio. We're about to talk district politics, coupled with other national issues on the second and final lap of the Hard Talk on today. Richard Kier, it is my pleasure once again to have you. You're not a stranger here. Welcome. How are you today?
Well, let me say, I'm so jollified. It's so fantastic for me.
Satya.
Because in the words that the month of March is where or during the month I was born.
Ah.
And specifically,
what is your birthday?
March 20.
Oh, okay.
That will be marking me on earth at 51 at yahoo.com. Yeah. When I say 51 at yahoo.com, meaning I was born on a Saturday, March 20, 1972, and refused to born in maternity center and born in the house in West Point.
Okay.
So it's so laudable for me. So as you continue to say, or as you said in your intro, that our Richard Blamu Asamonti Namogie, West Point and Namomekie will replace Honorable Solomon Claudia George.
So you have,
it's not a mistake.
The man I knew one day.
You have added a new one.
So intellectually, when somebody say Namogie, so it means you find.
Korani again.
I or my names are Richard Blamu Asamonti Namogie. West Point.
Here. So Richie, why West Point now me?
Okay. The history came about.
Why you want to die for West Point?
The history came about on March 20, 1972.
Okay.
When the pin grabbed my late mother,
in West Point,
Madam Mary Bisi, who died in the age of 83 months after 80 years.
Okay.
In 2017, went to maternity center and to born this child. And today will be born, or the birthday will come on the 20th of March. And that day fall on a Saturday. And during that time, in the 70s, anywhere you wanted to go, the taxi will drop you there. And when the pin grabbed my mother eventually, My father was not a poor man, though he was not a rich man, but he could afford.
Middle class.
So they got a taxi, dropped my mother to the most famous maternity center, now where they get the vital statistic.
Okay.
Capital bypass.
Yes.
And on that day, my mother told me, meaning my late mother told me, that when the nurse, meaning the RN, registered nurse, checked her or the midwife, and they said to her, in 45 minutes, you were born this child. But what eventually happened, more than 5 hours, the child couldn't come. And the pin ceased eventually.
Okay.
So my mother decided to go back home, West Point. And she called for a taxi. And the taxi came. She went home. So when she got at home, meaning in West Point, which is the densely slum-populated township of West Point, because West Point as a township was proclaimed by President Tubman, presidential proclamation in 1960.
Okay.
So West Point was a township. So my mother got home, and when the taxi dropped her in West Point, eventually in the Southern Yard, where today you have the Summer Star of the Sea, meaning the Cali school in West Point from ABC to 6th grade, where the students will come from to go Cathedral, which is on Ashmont and Broad Street, Monrovia or Central Monrovia. So on that day, when my mother went home, less than 30 minutes, I was born home.
Okay.
So if my mother born me home, eventually I refused to born in the hospital.
Okay.
So my names are Richie Blamu, Asamonti, Namoji, West Point, and I'm make here.
Okay, so that's why you want to die for West Point.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. How's West Point? How's the entire district?
Well,
7?
as I speak to you, I just from West Point and subsequently from Upper District 7. And I'm here in your studio. The district is relatively kind.
Are you contesting?
But the issue that have to do with the proliferation of ghettos and criminality is still a concern for us.
Are you contesting?
Indeed, since 7 months ago, I declared my intention
and this
to contest.
That was not the first time you declared your intention.
No, let me say this. To replace Honorable Solomon Claudia George after 12 years and feeling his cardinal responsibility under Chapter 5 of the 1986 Constitution, Article 29, lawmaking, oversight, and representation. So it's on that mandate, the young people or the conglomeration of citizens in West Point that is one of the densely populated community within District 7, because in District 7, we have 4 major communities. We have PHP, Macobeni, Bra, and the township of West Point. So since 2005, statistical records or electoral record per voter registration told us that West Point have the highest number. Even in the last time of registration, meaning 2017, West Point registered over 13,000 plus.
Okay.
But the winner of the 2017 election won with 8,317 votes. So I want to use this medium to ask you as a forensic journalist to go to Election Commission. You will see the statistics. Get that Monserrato, and you go to District 7. So what I want to announce to you here, that after the voter registration that commenced or that will start on the 20th of March to end at April 9. And 20th of March is my birthday. So I just want to say to you, any other person who has intent to contest, I'm the winner of this election. Because for Election Commission, strategically on my birthday, to start voter registration, meaning it announced
how does that make you a winner?
No, please, Omen, listen.
Or how would that make you a winner?
Okay,
well,
what I want to say to you.
Let's be real here.
Okay, listen. Vision and miracle, dreams being interpreted by people from the Christendom tell you. But let me say this to you. On that day, check who born on March 20. And check their star.
So Richard,
So I'm a winner.
Election is not about when you were born, Richard. Let us get away with that.
George, you have a born
No,
in October.
beside that, I will give you statistical analysis.
Okay, let me ask you. You said you made this pronouncement 7 months ago to contest.
In 2017, he also declared his intention to contest.
Let me ask you, Richard. Was there any formal petition ceremony for you in the district?
Okay, thank you. Honor our law, which is the electoral law of our nation. This is why the Election Commission released the procedure and the processes that lead to 2023 election. And being a an emerging political scientist, let me say this to you. As somebody who studied political science, if you study labyrinth government and politics in political science, they tell you the 3 branches of government, how it work constitutionally and statutorily. But let me say this to you. Election Commission said from the 20th of March, 2023, voter registration begin, meaning that start the process or the processes leading to October 10th.
So that means your petitioning ceremony is in a problem.
No.
Or
yes,
it's in the making.
Because the law says, you know what the law says? As to, petition, they say 500 eligible voter registration card holder should petition you in an electoral district. That's why when you check Article 80 of the 1986 Constitution, they said electoral constituency is 20,000. So there is why after the 2022 census report, we are looking up to the national legislature, meaning the 54, to set a threshold. You know, the reason of which Article 39 of the 1986 Constitution said, of which they have the right to authorize executive, specifically through legislation, to conduct what we call census. Census is not about how many persons or who reach eligibility as to who obtain voting card. The reason of census under our law is to know how many human beings.
Okay, we'll come to that. Richard. But let me ask you. I'm told there will be some primaries in the district as to who becomes the face of the CDC in District 7.
Okay, man, I'm not deterred.
I'm coming, Richard. I'm coming.
Yeah.
How prepared are you if there will be a primary in
let
District 7, a CDC primary in District 7? How prepared are you?
Let me say this to you. If you ask me how prepared are you, meaning I announced or months ago, and I call on the sitting representative of District number 7, Honorable Solomon Claudia George, who will be ending a 12 years in office, meaning 2 terms, and petty history. There is my identification card of the CDC. So I am a member. There is the record. Are you seeing me? There is the record. So I am a bona fide member of the Congress for Democratic Change. And Honorable Solomon Claudia George came to the CDC in 2011. And I checked every other member that started the CDC.
Rich, I'm asking you, how prepared are you to face Honorable George in the primaries?
No,
if there will be a primary, a CDC primary in District 7.
Omer, I'm resolved. And the delegate that will go to that primary, if Honorable Solomon George and myself and other sedition who wishing, to contest in the primary appear, but our explanation in engaging the electorates or the electorates that will cast vote at that primary, overwhelmingly I will win him.
Are you sure about that?
The records are there.
Are you sure that
Honorable
you win, Honorable
Solomon
George?
Claudia
If there's a primary in District 7?
No, listen to me. Honorable Solomon Claudia George won the sitting representative Alomisa Ino at that time in 2011, of which he became a candidate on CDC ticket. Subsequently, we went into the election and he won. And 2017, he re-won, or he won the seat. I am saying to you, I am prepared specifically from West Point to retire him.
Richie, you're going to face Honorable Josh if and only if.
But why are you taking Honorable George to be a Buku man?
No, I'm asking. No, just wait. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Why, if you don't win Honorable George in the primaries, will you remain with the CDC? Because you are a member of the CDC, you just display your ID card, your CDC ID card. If for any reason,
I'm not just a member of the CDC,
for any reason,
eminent partisan.
Okay, yeah, sure, eminent partisan. If for any reason you don't win the primaries, will you remain the party?
Okay,
or will you run on the candidate?
Let me say this.
Will you just let go of your ambition to become the next lawmaker?
Okay,
will you remain party discipline and allow whoever wins?
I want to be on record from this day. Today is the 10th day of March.
And this program is
2023.
It's recorded.
It's recorded. So I want you to take me to statistical record that there is no day I Richie Blamu Asamu want to care or no more West Point and I'm make here. I will go to primary with a little noon. Honorable Solomon Claudia George.
What do you mean when you say little
be
noon?
retired.
What do you mean when you say little noon?
Okay,
this is a man who has served for almost 12 years now.
No, listen now. Honorable Solomon George came to CDC in 2011. So when it comes to the historicity of the Mali Congress for Democratic Change, the coalition, it's a baby to me.
Who is a major contender in District 7?
Okay. I think,
in all fairness, who do you think is a major contender?
That I want to replace is Solomon George.
Besides Solomon George, who else?
No contender.
Why?
Because these are the reasons. The purpose of which any other aspirant will contest is to replace the sitting or the sitting government. So sitting government means, like in the case of President Weah, he's the sitting president. And then you see Boakai and other candidate presidential aspirant, and they are witching, airing, announcing, like Simeon Freeman and all of these guys that they want to replace President Weah. So what we're saying is they are major contender in the presidency is President Weah. So if any attempt by evil to win, meaning you win President Weah, who is the sitting lawmaker. So what I'm saying is Honorable Solomon Claudia George, in 12 years.
Why do you think he's a major contender? Why?
Because he's the
What do you see him as a major contender?
No, he's a sitting lawmaker. And he's the one I want to replace. So by all indication or political analysis, it's the major contender.
Even though you're not clear yet, but let's know what are your chances in District 7.
Okay, let me say this to you. Every one of us that have intent, including Honorable Solomon George, we are all aspiring.
Granted.
On the law.
Granted. So what are your chances in District 7, the entire district, not just West Point?
My chances have to do with, in every electoral process, there should be your stronghold.
All right.
And my stronghold is West Point.
What's the population there?
No, let me say this to you. I said since 2005 up to present, meaning the last election in 2017, West Point continued to register, or they have registered the highest voting population in the district since 2005. So it's per that analysis.
Okay.
Being the only begotten son of West Point.
Are you loved in West Point? The people love you there?
Oh man. Historically.
Is the name Richard Kia a household name in West Point?
The name Richard Blamu. Theo William, perhaps you want to tease the public on numerous occasions.
We are having an important conversation, and in all fairness,
and I'm saying you important thing to you. Well, if not your first time or second or third term, going with me in West Point. So the name Rachel Kier is an oriented name in the densely slum populated township of West Point. So, well, you know that there is no if and but.
So you think you can win West Point?
Let me say this to you. I can win the district because every other politician, if you don't have a base or a constituency within that constituency.
The tax you want to undertake is cost intensive, Richie. Election is money, if I will call it that way.
Okay, let me
Are
say
you
this.
prepared financially?
Okay.
Do you have the financial capabilities?
Okay. Let me say this to you. Every elections, you have to use necessary money.
What do you term as?
I don't have wasteful money.
What do you mean?
Okay, thank you. The necessary money is you as an aspirant or be qualified by NEC on the law, because the Election Commission said on August 5th of this year, from August 5th to October 8th, campaign will begin. So meaning before the time campaign will begin, Election Commission is the only constitutional institution that declares any aspirant to be a candidate.
You've not answered my question. How prepared are you financially?
No, I'm responding to what you asked me. So at that time,
when
Election Commission, publish us as a candidate, I know
then you start
in every election you have to spend necessary money.
So who do you think is spending unnecessarily now?
So I have to spend necessary finance, meaning.
Having said that, Richard, who do you think is now spending unnecessarily?
But you're hearing people around, even people making publicity more than Election Commission. Because you know the reason why.
Who are those?
No, you know the reason why.
Who are those?
No, I'm coming to the point. You know the reason why the national legislature, through the executive branch of government, appropriated money to the executive branch, specifically Election Commission, to do awareness as to voter registration. So if any other candidate who will placard or who will get poster all around the district, more than Election Commission, you get unnecessary money. No, let me say this.
Richard, wait, please.
One of the aspirants.
Richard, please wait.
Who's that?
Some of those who are
now only one.
Some of those
I can name them.
Some of those who are doing the publicity. One could
because they are not new.
One could consider them.
Your friends are working. Anthony, his friends are working in the district, and he sits here doing nothing.
Why you got working?
And he said he's spending unnecessarily.
Yeah, why you got working? You know what the law says?
There are projects. They are taking projects across the districts.
No, let me say this to you. You know what the law says?
What the law says?
Our law of this republic, through the National Election Commission, which is the statutory law.
Does the law prohibit anyone?
No. Let me say this.
What they're doing?
I said,
are they violating any law?
Anybody printed any poster to place it, on whom, even on, mosques or churches, because you have unnecessary money to spend. And let me say this: Election Commission said by the law. I'm quoting the law.
Richie, your friends are undertaking developmental projects in other the communities within the district, and you here saying they're spending unnecessarily.
And you
what have you done?
Oh, okay.
What can you point to?
Let me say this to you.
Richie,
they say for you to be a lawmaker, honor our constitution and statutorily.
Yes.
You as a journalist, let me ask you, what the law says you got to do?
No, you tell us what the law says.
No, I'm asking
you. No, you tell us, Richie.
The law says at the ages of 25, you are qualified to contest.
Right? Those are the criteria set by the Constitution.
Do you have
any law above the Constitution, which is the supreme and organic law of our land?
Not at all.
Richie, what can you do? What can you do? Because going to the House of Representatives, you go in there to represent, make law, and your responsibilities include oversight, right? So some of your friends think that helping their citizens.
My friend think that.
Yeah, but helping their citizens, maybe creating awareness, because there are many persons who even feel that they should not vote. They've been voting, and there has been no impact on their life because those people they've been electing, quote unquote, I've not done anything.
You know, Comrade Jiffan.
What can you point to in your district?
Comrade Jiffan.
What have you done, Richie?
What have you done? What can you point to in your district? He's laughing.
William and Comrade Jiffan. I am an emerging political scientist.
Okay. We've heard that terms with
okay, give me the
We've
chance.
heard that terms with
Brother, you ask me a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Perhaps I could say your question is rhetorical.
Go ahead.
Whether I decide to respond or not. But let me say this to you. You know, as an emerging political scientist, it's not a requirement for any other aspirant to look at people's horses and get mount unnecessary flyers.
Richard, are you known by the people in West Point?
Let me say this to you.
I'm not talking about passing around. My name is Richard, and Richard, because you talk so people know you. But politically, are you known?
Okay, Comrade Jiffan, let me say this.
Can you win election in this?
Let me say this.
Richard, you
asked me a question.
But you're not answering
How
the question.
will you be saying West Point when I serve as the political affairs officer within the offices of the late Senator Dochia Reed, who served as chair on executive Labrador Senate?
What impact do you?
No, give me chance.
What impact did you?
So what I'm saying to you,
to
the person who served as senator covered the 17 electoral district. You know why it became 17? Because in 2005 we had 64 electoral districts.
We have 13 districts in most of the county.
No, give me check. No, it was 14, not 13. I said in 2005.
We have 14 districts in most of the
Thank
county.
you.
We have
So
14.
me,
I'm asking
64.
you. Hello, I'm asking you. We have 14 districts in most of the county.
Yes.
Where was district 14?
Okay, thank you. You don't have to ask me what was district 14.
Richie, where was district 14?
District we in was district 1.
Richie, where?
No, I was not in district 14.
So the last district is district 14,
okay,
right?
listen now. District 14, district number 1 now was district 14.
We district number 1.
District number 1. And you know, Todi.
Well, you have Lawrence John?
No, it was not Lawrence. Maybe the Lawrence now, he's the one they're president now.
Yeah, Lawrence Morris is there.
In district 1 now. And at that time, their particular district that we in was district 1.
What can you both of
No,
district
but
7?
let me give you historical references
so go
or as to our geopolitics.
Go ahead.
What can
I'm
you
not
both of
novice.
district 7?
Listen
What have
now,
you done for
I
the people?
work at the legislature as the political affairs officer within the offices of the late Senator Docheri as political affairs officer. So, I'm knowledgeable.
So based on that,
based
on that, the people of district 7 should elect you because of that?
No, let me say this, Comrade William, and that of Jiffan. Beside Honorable Solomon Claudia George, who in 12 years I failed desperately, of which I want to replace him. No other aspirant is knowledgeable after the legislature than me. So that's why I'm giving you the task. After election commission register us preliminarily, bring us in your studio.
You start to spend money.
No, listen. I say if we are registered preliminarily, because preliminarily when we register, election commission have to place our name up and ask anybody who has question with us in the various electoral district, because the constitution says where you live, if you live in any electoral district or electoral constituency 1 year prior to the time of the election, you are eligible to register.
You've not answered the question, but anyway, let's move forward.
But which are the question? Your question, I think my explanation oversee your question. I don't know why you just asking me a question.
And you think so? Richard?
Yes. Listen, what I'm explaining to you, I think it oversee your question. I'm saying to you, nobody in the stage, whether you overly perform, nobody is a candidate. The Election Commission under Article 77 of the 1986 Constitution. That's the only institution. That's why when you read Article 89,
if Honorable
we
Solomon
have
George,
3 constitutional commission in the Republic of Liberia.
if Honorable Solomon George was not loved by the people of West Point or the people of District 7, I mean, he wouldn't have been elected for 2 terms.
Let me say this now. Honorable.
Do you think you can take a way down?
No, listen now. Honorable Dr. Edward Ford he went 2 terms. But the people of district number 16 evaluated him by replacing him with Honorable Desen Wawisibo.
I'm told I'm told.
No. Because you look at the history of 12 years. So who told you that 12 years cannot be retired?
I'm told you have personal issue with the lawmaker.
No. Listen to me.
You always bitter with him.
The only thing I know, our lawmaker, if he insult your mother openly, he will say, insult my mother. And, sometimes I cry bitterly. But when people will refer to my lawmaker as Jaru at the legislature, from 52nd, from 53rd to 54th.
Who is Jaru? You mean the musician?
Oh, no. They refer to Honorable Solomon Claudia George at the legislature from the 53rd to the 54th as a Jaru. So it means anybody who use profanity on the legislature, specifically on the lower house, they use Honorable Solomon George.
You are so bitter on Honorable George. And I'm wondering, this is the man who you supported once upon a time.
No. Let me say this to you. Honorable Solomon George, at no point in time,
you supported him. You campaigned for Honorable George.
No, let me say this. I said in 2011, I was, working in the offices of the late Senator Dosheri as the political affairs officer.
You campaigned for him.
Upon that mandate.
You campaigned for him.
No, listen now. Upon that mandate, and it was the first time to go on CDC ticket in 2011.
You campaigned for him.
So I will honor the poor mandate.
And you campaigned for him.
In 12 years, he proved, desperately.
You campaigned for him, right?
Oh man.
You campaigned.
So you have to ask me?
No, I want yes or no. You campaigned for him.
You don't have to make me to be monotonous. Because I explained to you. Because I was now contesting for the position.
So were you coerced to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody coerced me. Because
you willingly campaigned for him, right?
He was the candidate.
You willingly campaigned.
No, he was the one who won the primary.
So it was a party mandate, right?
No, he was the one who won the party.
It was the party mandate.
I say he was the one who won the party primary. So I have no option to support.
So you're on that mandate to support him.
I was on the mandate. That's why I say honor.
So that proved that you were party discipline at the time.
But you know what I said? I said if Honorable Solomon George serious, let's go to primary. But you know what he said? You know the new resolution that passed? They said every other candidate.
I'm told there will be no primary.
No. Every other sitting lawmaker that is already on a party ticket. You know what I say? It meaning no convention. If there will be no primary, what you saw in District 13 will replay in District 7. What you recently saw in Grand Gide will replay in District 7. Because I'm resolved to replace Honorable Solomon Claudia George. No if and but. But let me say this to you. I want to sound this caveat to those who are listening to us or watching us via this medium. To say, I want to say to His Excellency, Dr. Ambassador George Mane, who and myself started the CDC from 2004, when even this Solomon George, the representative, was insulting and abusing President Weah when he was instructor for PE at Zion, right on Benson Street, teaching PE. Oh, listen. Let me say this. I don't think in my life.
How you going to PE?
No, PE, physical education. That's why you been teaching. So if I place you to any bet, for me, I am a custodian. I was born in West Point.
You're on record,
I place you on any bet. If Honorable Solomon Claudia George will sit with me in studio with no karate fighting to engage me politically, I will drag clean him.
I'm told you are so much afraid of the lawmaker. You guys don't even see.
How will you say I am afraid of him? But because the man hold black belt in karate, how do I face him? Look at my body. Look at my physiology. I know there's somebody to fight karate. So, man, I don't want this particular interview to be a laptop. I'm saying intellectually.
No, we're just trying to spice up the interview. I mean, without fighting, Richie.
So what I'm saying to you, besides Honorable Solomon Claudia George, I don't have any contender. No, you see people fool me around. You know what happened in 2017?
Sabat Joma is there.
No, you know what happened in 2017?
Darius Colley is there.
Sabat Joma followed the higher crowd in terms of petition.
And she came second.
And she came second. She came 5,000.
Darius Colley is there. He's a young man. potential as
young
well.
man?
Darius Colley.
But you know, why you got Darrell Colley? Or Darrell Colley will contest? Do you know they amended, law within the code of conduct? Darrell Colley says sitting as a sitting deputy minister at the Ministry of Transport. The law says, if you want to contest, you should have resigned 1 year prior to the time of the election. Also, he said that CDC, so we violate the law. That's what you saying? But I will be in West Point, and I want to see on that day where Darrell Colley attemptedly will go to Election Commission to register. You will see my flight at the Temple of Justice.
Richard Kia is our guest.
So, my brother, even if you call it Darrell Colley, our Richard Kia is supposed to be in studio discussing Labrador geopolitics. You
So
call
we'll find a time. My colleague and I will find a time. We'll bring you and Solomon George face to face to talk about the district politics.
But I hope that you have EPS officer here.
EPS officer to do what?
Yeah, to be
In
in the
fact,
middle.
I think. Do you have Honorable Judge number? Do you have?
Yes,
Let's call him live.
Yeah, but you can call him.
Yes.
But every day I'm right to the intellectual forum opposite the Labrador Business Register.
So Richard, we call him Honorable Judge.
No, you have your right
Okay.
to call him.
Richard Kia is our guest on the second and final lap of
prepared
the
to
Hard
retire
Talk
him.
on ABC Radio 105.1.
You know the man can insult. So the first thing he will start insulting.
Number J.
Yeah.
So you're listening to the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. My name is Antonin Theo Williams. We hear our guest is Richie Assam Monty West Point and I'm here. We try to contact Representative Salomo Claudia George, the representative of District 7. Too many opposing candidates in his district. The last time we heard about Frank Atu.
The man left
Emmanuel Sabah Juma. Now it's Richard Kia. Representative Salomo George is on the line. He's my big brother, good friend. Good afternoon.
Richard,
good evening, Representative George.
Hello.
Good evening. Sorry, no prior notice. You are live on ABC Radio.
Why should you put me live when you have not spoken with me?
We apologize for that, Honorable George. But we know you, someone who always picking up calls and you always prepared to speak to the media.
Hello.
Why have you put me on?
Hey, Anthony.
Well,
be the man, my man. Let the man talk.
Well, we have to leave him. We have to leave him. Okay, but let's see whether we can pick few calls. On the show.
I mean, let the man talk. You maybe check me talk. Yeah. I know the market's open. I'm not afraid. I know what I'm saying. Yeah, the man's on the talk.
Anyway,
you made Richard was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, let Richard have a. This is Richard Breathmont. So Richard few.
You want to give me my
Richard few like a winner. But then you're listening to the Raz hey, let's see. Okay, the Hard Talk. 0777 105 00 0777 105 100 0555 105 100.
As we anticipate the calls, Richard, in all fairness, be honest about this.
This person is here already.
One thing, what can you point out?
Yo, let's take the
I'm coming. What is that one thing you can point out that Solomon George has done in District 7 since he became lawmaker? Good thing. Good thing.
I have no record.
No record.
No record.
Okay.
Take
the call, Anthony.
Let's take calls here. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, what's your name? Where you joining us from?
My name is Tobias and I call from West Point.
Go ahead, Tobias.
Let me say answer to the senior main studio, Richard Asamwati Blamukia, and he's one of the mayor for the people of district number 7.
Okay.
Which of course, some of us believe in him, and he's one of the formidable forces of district number 7. And Solomon George
Okay.
So we, the people of district number 7, are resolved and we desire to vote in outcome 2023.
Okay. Thank you
very much.
Another caller is on the line. Caller, good evening. Good to have you. Welcome to Hard Talk on ABC Radio.
Good evening.
Thank you. Please go ahead. What is your name?
Okay, my name is Andy M. Siaka and I phone in from district number 12, Montserrat County.
Richard Kaiser is our guest. I'm sure you follow him.
Yeah, let me say who I'm talking to your guest. One of the things is that I've been listening from the beginning of the show. I normally follow your show, but I was constrained to call today.
Okay.
I think the guy still he needs to get serious. You need for a district to become a representative for your people. You must have a plan. You must have your pillows. Every question you ask is that he's not answering. Every question you ask is that he's dodging.
Hey, just put in law.
District 7 to go to where district 16. You're leaving from there to go to district 15. I think you should be talking about issue about your district. I think you can your people in the district. And one of the questions you asked me, I want you to answer that question. When he lost primaries to Solomon George, will he still remain with the CDC? I think this is a direct question, and with the public demand that he answer that question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, my brother.
Another caller is here. Good evening. Welcome. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us.
My name is Matthew Thompson. I'm calling from somewhere around this setting.
Go ahead, Thompson.
Yeah, honestly, I want to say hats off to the studio guest. I think I'm following and supporting so friendly. But I would also want to have, before you allow us to lose our candidate, our representative 4 years I'm on the other studio. I can remember last time someone just slapped at the capital city. I want to see a repeat of that.
Okay.
So please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
077 105 100 055 5105 100.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome. This is ABC Radio. The program is Hard Talk. Richard K is our guest.
Yeah. Thank you for that. He has good idea to become a representative.
Okay.
So I think that you should put effort
Okay.
to deliver the message for the people.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll take 2 or 3 more calls, then we'll go back to Richie. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers you can call to form part of the conversation. This is the Art Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Theo Williams and Anthony Jiffan. Richard Kia is our guest.
0777 105 100. 0777 105 100. Let me announce an alternative line that you can also call. Maybe this could be our line too. 0880272053. You can also call that number as well. We'll have you on the second and final lap of the Rahom Show. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Welcome.
I call you from Jiffan.
Welcome. How are you today? Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, my name is Jiffan. One of the 7 West Community.
They funny.
Yeah,
Okay. Happy belated birthday.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, as I'm working here, what's the headache? Today, they mark it down. The people are told, the representative is the thing. City, I will tell you today. They will the position is for him.
Okay. Thank you.
As long as you buy that name on Westward, the government now is in your hands. Just do as the rest of our people.
Okay.
God will bless you. Nobody is on you. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly. Let's take this caller. Good evening. This could be the final caller. Let's hear you. Richard K is our guest. I'm sure you follow the show.
Actually, when it comes to development, we cannot see any match from Solomon George.
Okay.
But then, when it comes to humanitarian, he's very good at that.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who got sick. He paid attention to them. A lot of people have no problem. And he did, much for them. And then, to be frank, to see Mr. Brambo telling me that he want to retire Solomon George,
He's joking, eh?
You make it full.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
We have to go. We don't have the luxury of time. We have 4 minutes left. Richard, just use 2 minutes to wrap up.
2 minutes,
Too many commendations for you.
Let me say this. I think the show is over.
Easy, you're getting very
we live in a democratic society.
Let's squeeze in the person,
yes,
please.
Yes, squeeze in that caller. Good evening. Please project your voice a little bit.
Yeah, hello. My name is Joseph Ori. I call from District 4.
Go ahead, call it. Let's hear you. District 4.
Yeah,
Swaggle District. We can barely hear you, folks. My brother, just increase your volume a little bit.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your studio guest is not doing the public well, you know. You come to the disco to discuss politics, to discuss issues, and direct questions are going to you are not answering the questions. I don't think it's fair to respond.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Richie, you listen to the callers.
Let me quickly say this.
Most of the callers have said you're not answering the questions directly. You just playing around them.
No. It's only one caller that said that.
No, I think he's the second person.
Okay. He's the second person. But let me say this. You know, our constitution.
Let me ask you again. If you don't win at all, will you still remove the CDC?
Let me say this. But the resolution passed that have to do with the 3 collaborating political parties. Automatically, there will be no primary. So, as Honorable Solomon just said, 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I raised the issue that I'm prepared for us to go to primary. So, and he said in a response that he passed a law, there will be no primary at the party.
I heard that.
And there is nowhere. And you were there. You as one of the journalists, when we were at the Sport Park, no representative can pass a law at the level of the party. You can only pass a law at the level of the legislature. Say Honorable Solomon just entered the legislature 2012 up to present. He haven't sponsored any bill or to co-sponsor a bill that passed into law, of which he can be remembered as first or one of the cardinal responsibility.
So whatever the case would be, even if you don't win, still with the CDC.
No, let me speak to these 3 points. The 3 cardinal responsibility of a lawmaker is lawmaking, oversight, and representation. Today, we have the water in sewer. I mean, within the district. And look at Water Street. Every day, in 12 years, this is floating. And Honorable Solomon just right on Front Street. So you don't have this. I mean, you're not sensitive to write the plenary to invite the water in sewer to ensure that responsible to this law.
What can you boast of in District 7?
No, let me say this.
What are your tangibles?
You know, when you
what
say
have you done for the people of District 7?
What are your tangible? Then I don't know. You will bring Honorable Solomon George before becoming representative in 2011.
We have to go.
What are you have a tangible? But what I'm saying is,
comments.
No, when a responsibility is given to you, the law says you should perform your 3 cardinal responsibilities: lawmaking, oversight, and representation.
Let's hope we have here another time. Thank you. It was a wonderful conversation. Thanks for being here, Richie. We are out of time. Any minute now,
it's very laudable.
Any minute now,
it's so combative.
Thank you.
For me to be in your
as you approach the elections,
March 20 will be my birthday.
As you approach the elections, when you come in, you pay for the time.
51@yahoo.com.
And you said we live in West.
You are an aspiring.
And on that day, you, Anthony Williams, who has gone with me before in West Point, and that of Jiffan.
Anthony Jiffan and Theo Williams.
Anthony Jiffan.
You've been promising
and Theo Williams.
You've been promising us.
You guys will be in West Point.
My man, you come in, election coming, when you come here, you pay money to PA.
I have no option.
You will spend every morning this time around. Thank you, man, Richard. Thank you.
God bless you and God save our nation.
Thank you.
Richard has been our guest on this weekend edition of Hard Talk. My name is Anthony Theo Williams.
Moje. Well, thank you, Richie. It's been a wonderful time. Congratulations once again to Fatu Rogers and Omar Salif. We'll be here again Monday, God's willing, 4 p.m. with another edition. Have yourselves a wonderful and positive weekend. I'm out.
Let's go. Another sit to my again. Let's go. Say, I say they get fun. Oh, la true. Suba. Say, I say they get sweet. Oh.